You kidding me? I want you to answer a question. Which quarterback next season are you taking over DJ Lagway in the entire SEC? Let me know down below, because what you're about to see in the background here is probably the throw of the year, or at least it's got to be in the top 5. This is so unfreaking believably wild. All right, so I have no idea if Florida's going to win this game, but I've seen enough that there's just not any quarterback going into next season I want over this guy. So one thing that's very brilliant about this play call from Billy Napier is they just had a really good run with Baugh to the right side. So they're play action faking that they're going to do the same thing. And guess what happens? Ole Miss does a good job cramming this thing in. The problem is they had a run blitz called, and Chris Paul is left unblocked. So Lagway, what makes this very interesting is he's reading to see if this deep over is going to be open. So you'll see that this space is deoccupied. The vertical is carrying this corner. So Lagway knows that this is going to be open, but it's not open right now. And something else that makes this very special is this DB is actually shielded by the referee. So lucky enough, Lagway didn't just throw this or else it was going to get picked off. He is able to step up. Chris Paul, probably the best linebacker this year in the SEC, he's got him. And then you have another DT right in his face as well. And take a look at when he's actually ripping this. Take a look at where this receiver is. Obviously, it's easy for us to see that this ends up being complete, but this is when he is deciding to rip this football, and a DT right in his face. He sidearms it around him and picks up this first down. I mean, it is stupendously good quarterback play. Now, 3rd and 5. Wow. Again, DJ freaking Lagway. Are you serious? 4-man rush. It actually gets home. Really good rip move. And once again, something that's crazy about Lagway is he has no mobility right now. All right, his hamstring is not in a good spot. So look at this. He avoids the sack, and with Ivy right in his face, he's still able to complete this ball to Elijhah Badger. And not only does he complete it, he puts it on this side to allow him to turn away from this defender and cut up field. Y'all, this is just special quarterback play. Wow. I'm literally blown away that a true freshman's doing this. So, 3rd and goal. Billy Napier, 2 bad play calls in a row. It's just 2 simple runs. You can't run on this Ole Miss front. Come on, Bayou Billy. And we get to here. Or Sunbelt Billy. It's a good job by DJ Lagway again. So you get the motion. It's an empty set. They're bringing a ton of pressure. But he gets a man coverage indicator. He's reading the leverage of this DB. DB has inside leverage, so he knows this deep, I say deep, but it is deep-ish, out is going to be open. And first off, give Florida's offensive line a lot of credit for actually giving them some good pass pro here. This is really good stuff. Second off, this is also really good stuff because this was actually, now that I see it again, this was actually supposed to be a slot fade, right? It's not an out, but Lagway sees that the fade is pretty much eaten up. So what does he do? Y'all, this is unfreaking believable. It's unfreaking believable. He doesn't throw the fade. He throws a back shoulder ball to give Badger the room to come over here. And look at the ball location here. Look at this. Okay? Bang. All right? Yes, yeah, Ole Miss fans are going to bitch about a little push-off right here. I don't even think that's much of a push-off. They're not going to call it. And even if there wasn't a push-off here, the ball location was so freaking good. Wow. To a little bit earlier in the game, and obviously his mobility is not there at the moment, but this was a freshman mistake, and eventually Florida would have to punt. So he steps up in this pocket. This is a good decision to tuck and run right here. And while he's trying to rip something, he makes Walter Nolan, best DT in the country, miss after throwing, and now he decides to tuck and run. Obviously, you want to fall forward here and not slide backwards. That's a good spot right there by that referee. So you want to fall forward and just make sure you get the first down. But you do see his mobility is there, right? He is a very explosive runner. Obviously, lack of mobility because of the injury, but man, the guy is reading the game so well. So yeah, there is an INT mixed in here. Some of this is ball location, but honestly, DK has had a good season. So this is your number 2 receiver behind Badger. Sidearm around this DB, y'all, it hits him right in the hands. And it is high. So it's not the best throw, but you see the velocity, sidearm, and this guy made an unbelievable pick right here. So yeah, you see sidearm delivery. Throw is high. You can see it kind of wobbles out of his hands. Okay, so because it wobbled, it kind of sailed on him, and there was a lot of pressure, so he couldn't fully step into it. But sure, right? You would like to see that still find a way to get caught, but man, still, it's still good reading of the game, right? On the RPO, you pull it, you have the in-breaker. If you hit him in stride, I mean, it's a big gainer. So let's put everything together on this play. The interception happens. Ole Miss scores again. So 14 unanswered points. We get to this 3rd and 2, and this is, man, how is this the 3rd most impressive play of this half? Lots of A-gap pressure. Now, you do get a little lucky that this DT trips on his own, right? But Lagway is so good at feeling out the pocket. Good job by this tackle getting this into the ground right here. So you get to this point, and you have a QB spy right here that is right in Lagway's face. Now, before we get to the actual throw, what they're actually running here is mesh. So you have mesh here, 2 shallow drags, and you'll see that this is really passed off well by Ole Miss. So this guy picks up the shallow drag, and he's got to peel off and pick up this tight end. And Lagway sees that, right? Everything is covered really well. So what does he do? He makes Chris Poopall, actually it's someone else, miss, and then he waits. I mean, this is just ridiculous. He waits for the shallow drag to go here because the DB now has eyes on Lagway. And watch, he makes him miss and then just kind of flips it. I mean, y'all, that is, and you can call me crazy all you want, that is Mahomesian. It really, really, really is. And then, of course, Elijhah Badger has been arguably the best wide receiver in the SEC over the past couple of weeks. Really good stuff. Really, really, really good stuff. So, this is incomplete. 1st and 10, you get a play action shot. I want you to see this ball location on this deep over from 0. It's not the worst ball location. Maybe Badger is able to make a better play on this ball if he's a receiver running the deep over. But you give him a good pocket off this play action fake. And, well, this DB is able to cut off Badger or the receiver here. If the DB is not able to slow him down, he's catching this and walking into the end zone. I like to see a dive right there by 0 as well. And this right here is just really good design by Billy. Once again, you're showing a screen here to the bottom, but you're actually running a screen to the right side, and you get a good, man, this is really good design. The receiver blocks the backer. You need 65 to make the block here. They actually ran this play versus Mississippi State. If you want to see our Mississippi State film study from earlier in the year, you'll see it and see that they actually ran this play, and it was a stupid holding call down here that cost him that. Really good design, and you get an untouched touchdown. So you see DJ Lagway here greeting every single player coming out of the tunnel. You love to see those intangible leadership kind of things, and you kind of started to see some of the special plays that he made last week versus my dear beloved LSU Tigers. So you'll see that Lagway has 2 open receivers here, but the ability to quickly step up into the pocket, fundamentally sound with 2 hands on the football, and he had so many amazing throws in this game. But goodness gracious, you are witnessing a star being born, and let me tell you what, the Texas Longhorns are very happy that this guy wasn't healthy a few weeks ago. It is Power Hour SEC. Boom! And tonight we are doing quesadillas. Let's go.